I actually stated this before, um, but I guess some people they either don't know or they forget. But there is a major difference between being humble and being friendly. I am very humble, but I am not friendly. I don't feel shame in this at all. I'll tell people right to their face. You know, people they act as if they appreciate honesty until you give it to them, and you'll see just how ungrateful they are. You know, and because you're humble, people will try to play with you. They will play with you, expecting you to be friendly because you're humble. You know, there are random strangers will walk up and try to strike a conversation with me, and I just walk away. I don't really spend much time talking to them. They feel some type of way. But you have to keep this in mind and keep this in mind at all times. If you try to strike up a conversation with me, one thing you definitely need to take note of is that I am spiritual. This is something else that people tend to forget. They look at things from a base level. I don't look at things that way. I was given a gift of sight. I have the ability to feel things. I can see the good in you, but likewise I see the darkness in you too. And more often than not, these people who will walk up trying to strike up a random conversation with you, their hearts are filled with darkness. They are what you call sheep and wolves clothing, or wolves in sheep's clothing. I meant to say. They're usually these type of people. And another thing that I've already stated before, and I'll state this again also, but 99% of people are 100% fake. Yes, you heard that correctly. 99% of people are 100% fake. They're not who listen, they cannot be who they were meant to be if they cannot identify with themselves, man. They're allowing those negative spirits in. Those spirits would drive them to do things that they're still not proud of. They probably did something 10, 15 years ago. They never made that situation right. And they didn't repent either. But it doesn't mean they're proud of what they've done. They still feel guilt. They feel shame. And more often than not, these people will try to divert. And guess who more often than not, they like to divert their attention to? The person who is the most innocent. If you're dressed in all white, this person will come in and kick mud on you. So this is why when random people that I don't know, walk up to me and just try to strike up a conversation with me, I'm not rude about it, but I do walk away. I cut the conversations very short because, like I already said, I see the darkness in these people and they don't know it. They're driven by darkness. Like this one lady I saw before, she walked up and she started striking a random conversation with me, and I said hi back to her, whatever, and she's like, "It's a beautiful day." Then she started thanking the Lord and things like that. Me, I'm sitting there quiet. I'm not saying nothing, man. 1 minute she was peaceful and calm and serene, and then 5 minutes later, this lady was cursing at absolutely nothing, like she was possessed by a demon. But I already saw the demon that was in her. That's why I didn't say anything to her in the first place. See, people don't believe things like this, and because of this, they walk up to me trying to play with me, thinking they're going to get their rocks off or whatever else they intend to do. I don't really know. With these demons, man, it's hard to say, man. One thing you do know for sure is they're most likely up to no good. So you just have to bear in mind when it comes to these things. So, and another reason why, you know, me personally, I don't really be interacting with a lot of people, man, because people, like I said, if you're dressing all white, they'll come and kick mud on you. They'll act like they're your friend, and then as soon as you turn your back, they'll just kick mud on you. They just wait for the opportune moment to do it. You know, I had people walking up and like snapping pictures of me as soon as they saw me. This happened several times. One guy straight up pulled out a whole camcorder. And that was the second time someone had did this. The first time it happened, I was at work. A girl pulled out a camcorder and started pointing it at me while I was working. You know, and again, these same people who walk up trying to strike up random conversations with me like they want to get to know me, I cannot tell them things like this without them saying, oh, you're arrogant, you're too proud of yourself, you think you're this, you think you're that. But what do you think? Because you came over here. So that tells me what type of person you are. You came over here to speak to me in that way. See, I already knew what your motive was before you even spoke. I see the good in people. I see the darkness too. It is very rare to meet someone who is truly humble and has a relationship with the Lord. It is very rare, man. Because even people who praise and worship are not truly humble. They're not 100% real. They're 100% fake too. They're trying to work on themselves. And I get it. Trust me, I was there. So I don't judge these people. I don't shame these people. I was there before. It's one thing when you try, but it's another thing when you don't even care. But you're sitting here kicking dirt on other people. So, you know, I'm not trying to be mean. You know, I keep it very respectful. I'm never rude to these people. I just prefer to not interact with these demons because that's what they are. Hey, you're going to say this, you say that about me, man. Like I said, you just prove what I'm saying. These people are not as polite as they come off. That woman that walked up to me and started talking to me is a good example of what I mean. 1 minute she was polite, she was kind, she was sweet, and then she just started cursing at nothing. I don't know what was wrong with it. It was like a demon jumped in her, just out of nowhere. But to the average person, it looked like she is just crazy. It looked like she's freaking out, she's losing her mind. But like I said, I already saw that demon as soon as she walked over. Before she even spoke to me, I already saw the demon in her. That's why I didn't want to speak to her. So, like I said, and some people, they probably seen me do this to people before, and they have a lot to say about it. I'm going to tell you now, I don't give a damn, bro. You say what you want. If you are just like this person that I met earlier, I do the same thing to you. Not because I think I'm better than you, I just don't want to be interacting with these demons. You will not come over here spreading your influence. You will not come over here and tear down and destroy the house of the Lord and put your own image, because that's what these people usually intend to do. They're called narcissists. They're called egotists. Me, I usually, I would just call, to me, those are just nice words for demons. Demonic possession. I'm going to tell you now, that woman that I saw earlier, if I had been around her for another 5 minutes, I would have probably had to perform an exorcism. That demon was making her lose her mind. You know, some people are strong enough to fight it, but I learned real quick that most people aren't, bro. Some people actually embrace evil. They intentionally allow the demons to come in. Usually these people are practitioners of dark magic. They actually summon the demons to themselves. Some people, they believe that they are going to hell anyway, so they might as well gain favor in hell before they get there. And they will summon these entities. I want y'all to look up this entity named Paimon. It's Paimon. There are people out here who will inflict a generational curse on their own family. But it promises them the benefit of the curse is like status and rank down below in Hades. And it's called the blood sacrifice. Yo, listen, they get mad when I start talking about stuff like this because it's true. They know I'm not lying. That's why they follow me and try to throw shade on me, at me and stuff. They form these blood contracts. Why? Because the devil has no dominion over you. The only way he'll gain dominion over you is if you give it to him. Well, how do you give it to him? He needs your blood. He needs your essence. If you don't give him your own blood, you got to give him the blood of other people, depending on the favor that you ask. Some of these entities you don't want to be summoning at all. But guess what? These people are out here doing it, bro. These people are running amok right now. So you gotta understand, this is why I don't be just trusting people like that. They're doing some of the most sadistic witchcraft you can possibly imagine. Like right now, we are experiencing the most vile and distasteful times we probably have ever seen. This place is worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, man. As I said before, Sodom and Gomorrah, that was just a city full of bad people. But now, we're talking about most of the world here. This is a worldly problem. It almost doesn't matter where you go at this point. People are filled with demons. There are people being taken over by demons, and they don't know they're being taken over by demons. Like I said before, I remember one time I told this guy, like, I didn't see the demon, but I felt the presence of a demon in him while he was talking to me. I actually said this to him, and his eyes lit up because he apparently saw this demon before, but he didn't want to tell nobody. He said he was scared to talk about it. And he wasn't joking, he was serious. Like I said, some people, they don't know how to fight off their demons, bro. Some people actually try to, rid themselves of the evil, but they don't know how to. All they have to do is form a relationship with the Lord, man. They have to give their life to the Lord. It's really as simple as that. And be earnest and sincere in your intents. You have to really want this. Don't come approaching me like a wolf in sheep's clothing. You're not fooling me, man. I have spiritual sight. It's a shame that people don't want to believe. They try to mock you. They'll try to intimidate you. They'll disrespect you. Like I said, they will see how humble you are, and they think that you're somebody they want to play with because you're not out here hurting people. You're not looking for trouble. But little do they know, you are the last person they should be playing around with, ever. They should be avoiding you. If they know it's best for them, they should just stay far away from you, yo, before something happens to them. When you have spiritual purity, it stays that way. You'll never have to get your hands dirty. You do not stain your hands with blood, for it's abomination, it's a sin. You have to understand what you're doing. Do you actually know the Lord? These people pretend well. Unless you have spiritual sight, man, they will have you duped, they will have you fooled. Like I said, the most I can do with people, I try to be nice to them and be as humble as possible. As soon as they start thinking that they could just take advantage of me, I just cut them off right then and there. I don't care how long I've known you. And see, like I said, there are people who I've known for years and years. They hear me saying stuff like this, and they get mad. Because they know that these things I'm saying is true. They've done things that they're not proud of, and they did not repent. And they're not going to either. They don't care. They might do it again. That's the funny thing about it, man. They might do it again, even though they feel guilt for doing it the first time. They will actually do it again. And then you got some people, like I said, they actually welcome evil. They'll do things like this and feel absolutely nothing. The people in the White House, the people in Congress are good examples of this. These people don't give a damn about anything, man. Most of them. And the ones that actually want to make a difference, they get blackmailed, they get framed. They get jumped in. All it is a political gang. That's why it's called the political party. It's a gang. But anyway, I'll talk more about this later. I'm getting a little bit tired. But I might come back with a part 2 for this, because this is I think this is a very important discussion to have with people. So anyway, peace.